Now welcome back properly to Happy Home Paradise. Now last time we stopped in the middle of a project because I wanted to get to sleep at a reasonable hour. Now here we are. When you leave off in the middle of a project, Lottie will be waiting for you, and you will have no choice but to go back to the site. You cannot do anything else on the island, like pick up your message in a bottle recipes or buy stuff from Mordell, or any of that. You cannot do anything until you are totally 100% done with the hospital. Or whatever job that you leave in the middle of. So as a quick refresher, we set up a bit of a dichotomy here where after you check into reception, you either have this menacing side of the hospital, where your fate is grim, or this totally normal, somewhat inhabitable side of the hospital, where it's just like normal stuff. And this little reception area in the middle, it's very tiny and cramped, yes, but you have your coffee and your copy and all your other ca and e words. It all leads into the examination room. First off, we can actually go as big as we want with this one. I'm gonna set it to 8x8 for the time being, and if we need a little more space, then I'll turn it up. So now if I were under examination, you know what, I'll wait until we have more furniture in here before we choose lighting. I like the space thing might be appropriate here, especially because I know there's some sci-fi style furniture. It requires one doctor's desk, one doctor's chair, and one patient's chair at minimum. So, let's get to it, see what we got here. This sink could be useful. Gotta wash your hands and this scale. Or you can like decorate the color green to match the stuff in the waiting room. Also got operating room cart. Sure, throw it in. IV. Sure, throw it in. Oh, stadiometer. I don't know what that is. Oh, it's the height chart. Sure, throw it in. Robotic arm. Throw it in. Throwing stuff in the back of the hospital. Throwing stuff in the back. Like the screen science fat. And you can't forget the teacup. That in place of a pee cup. I don't know. How will you get your samples of urine? I should stop talking. Wait, what else? Office materials done. Lots of stuff. Silver, gray, silver. Better looking. Oh, fluorescent lights, of course. Only kind of light have. No. Not naturally the fine. That's not the exit. Oh, this is the... A wall could be appropriate. Party wall? Why would you want a party wall for this? I mean, I guess if you're doing a pediatric. The stuff seems like it could be more dental. Now, I don't know if we're still doing the split per se. I was just thinking of like all the sci-fi stuff that we could incorporate in here. Like that giant green tube. And I know the science pod is around somewhere. I was thinking we just make it as menacing as possible. And like, you know, scientific. I think I'm gonna go back to that robot wall. Operating room floor is an option. Bot floor? Such a thing exists? Doesn't seem to be much in the way of floor options. Let me look at my... Go to all floors. We gotta find the science floor. If there is a science floor. We need to decide what is the most science. Science floor. Science floor. Putting it down, don't walk out the door. You know, you'll see it and you'll want more. The science floor. Operating room seems to win the battle of all the floors in which I can tattle. But I'm still looking through my giant list. So I apologize if anyone gets pissed that I'm making a rush judgment. La 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 la. Oh. Okay, do we have any science rugs? Science rugs. Argyle is apparently the theme of science. Ooh, hey, this could work. Da, 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 da. Da, da, da. I can go on the back wall. Maybe I will make this part bigger. Yeah, you know what? Let's keep doing the split and have, like, the mad scientist side be on the dark side. Like the skull rug and all the goofy science stuff. And then we'll make a semi-normal thing on the left. Let's see, if that side gets welcomed by a 3x3 skull rug, then our could work. as a counterpart. What else we got? And also the heart. Could go with the heart. Yeah, heart. Alright, partition walls, I'm sure you'll... Concrete, steel, marble... Steel probably make that. But I didn't mean that. Problem with the two-way arrow would be, I don't know, you can't hang stuff on partition walls. So, I would be unable to put it here. I could only put it, like, above the exit. How it looks. How'd I do the split in the other room? It was like... Well, I didn't have this giant wall in the... Work a little differently. Because if I'm not careful, then I'm just gonna have this vacant space in the middle that you can't do anything with. Maybe I can make it more like an eye. As if I move the... Can't make them long less. Then it won't be centered. One side will be ever so slightly bigger. I do it like that. This wall we get. Any interesting options on this? I have to be looking at an end. White, black. Oh, okay, wait, this is the one for the dark side. 5 or 2 duplicate. If it spells an H, I'm not quite sure how to make it spell an H. Logistically, cause... Yeah, I'm not following. I'm still not following. I mean, it spells H this way. And if I get rid of one of these, then one side is going to be ever so slightly bigger than the other. No way to get it in the center. Normal instrument for a doctor. Maybe I can make it. Oh. I guess, come to think of it, there's no reason for the two sides to converge. There's no check-in desk or any such equivalent thing. Something like that. I don't even need that wall. Right, well, now I guess we just gotta figure out what we need. Turn the way that I want you to. Okay, scales are pretty normal. Robotic arm in this desk hatch. But I don't think I want that side to be green after all, because if I'm using like green and blue as the light side color, then kind of loses that contrast. No red arm. Suppose I could make it black. I'm recalling that there's a particular, there it is, particular item that may help all of this. As far as I already attached an exit sign. Yeah, we'll put the lights back off later. What else can go on the wall in the doctor's room? What a light bulb sign would make sense. A shower set would make sense. Like an eye wash sort of thing. That would work well with that. There's like there's a thing. No. It wasn't quite this. But it was something like it. Oh, wait, there it is. But I guess you don't need the shower on the wall if it's in a booth. There, this side gets the shower booth, and that side gets, like, the isolation pod. Yeah, like when you're suspended in a pod, versus when you're just in here to wash off. Things are happening. Still not very bright though. If there's a way I can Well, we'll come back to that. Do, do, do. Do, 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 do. Let's walk around so far. Thanks, Jason83, for the follow, by the way. Did a notification pop up for that? Because I'm noticing it in my feed, but I don't think I saw the alert. But the support is appreciated, whether it went off or not. Anyway. Now, there's usually a big thing in the bottom left. I guess I'll need to readjust Streamlabs. I'm not close to done putting stuff in here yet, but I do at least want to apply this while I'm thinking about it. Oh, well, I'm glad you got to hear the noise, because I put work into it. Yeah, I haven't put a lot on the walls yet, either. I mean, we really only got started on this room 20 minutes ago. Did I reach maximum on that? Yes, I did. Okay. You know what? Nothing makes a shower more inviting than a nice sparkle. Ah, back to your regularly scheduled furniture placement. Okay, well, we support all forms of punnery here. And you know, it's not too late as far as piano goes. I'm not exactly a pro either. I was competitive and, like, more classically trained back in high school, but then college happened, and so I kind of fell off of practicing, and even now I still make plenty of mistakes, especially when I'm streaming it for people. By the way, next piano stream is this Thursday. That's Ace Light. Ace stands for Azran Concert Experience. And these light versions that happen every couple of months are smaller set lists put together. This month, the theme is not Valentine's Day, but rather games people love. So the community gave some input. And if you want to know more about that or request stuff yourself, there's a whole channel about that in the Discord. Which is a thing that exists. Yeah, I mean, life gets better. There's a lot of things that I want to do in life, and when you start thinking about it, it gets to be like, oh, hey, I'm gonna put my time into this thing. Oh, but wait, what about that other thing that I said I wanted to do? So, I like exploring different things, but then at the same time, taking away focus from one thing kinda gets in the way of getting better at it. As far as teaching goes, I mean, that's gone pretty well. Like, I'm doing some administrative work at this point as well. I've got a student teacher this year, and I'm passing on my knowledge. It's actually been pretty wild, because I'm at the point in my career where I don't actively think about what I'm doing, and I just kind of do stuff naturally. But now I'm in charge of this person who is going to become a teacher herself. And she's got to very explicitly plan out what she's doing for her college program. And she's got to run all that by me and get feedback, so it's really making me revisit the very deliberate planning side of things. Like, it's helping me remember that I do know what I'm doing, which is easy to forget, especially after the years of distance learning that we just had, where it feels like nothing's really happening. So it was kind of nice to, like she was a little panicked at one point about how to proceed with the class because of this knowledge deficit, and like, you need to have prerequisite knowledge before you move on to the next topic, and we're at a school where we're very independent, and we don't have to be on certain pages of a textbook on a certain days, or anything quite so rigid. So we're able to step back and do whatever we need to do for the population, but there was, like, such a split between abilities in the class. And she was wondering how the heck she was gonna proceed, and I talked through it with her for like a half hour, and we came up with something, and yeah, it was a nice reminder. Hey, dude, you in a half hour just organized an activity that is going to help people in different places get what they need out of the lesson, while having it still feel somewhat cohesive. And, like, that's not easy to do. But you've been at it for 6 years, and you are able to do it, and that's something. Alright, that's a lot of teacher talk. But I still have many passions. And I'll often forget about one while I'm working on another, because you only have so much time. Hard to balance. We need to include the jail bars on the dark side, right? That'll set a mood. By the way, thanks for reading the bio in the first place. I tried to be deliberate when doing that, doing everything I can to possibly succeed in this space, because it's a lot of luck. I think it gets the point across pretty well that, like, this is mostly Nintendo stuff that you're gonna get here, and it's a little off the wall sometimes, like Happy Home Paradise. How many people are still playing that? Yeah, they sure do. Which is weird to think about, because alright, so I've been putting, one thing that I've been putting a bit more focus into lately is, trying to be more social and find new people in my life. And to that end, I've been, like, on some online dating spaces, hoping to have some luck there. And seeing how little effort some people put into their profile descriptions is a bit disheartening. Oh, wow, you mentioned that. I said that before I even read what you just wrote. And I'm like, no, that I'm personally not just going by the picture, and I do want to read this stuff, and when people just put random stuff, when people clearly put zero effort into it, I'm not interested. I don't care how traditionally good you look. Or how untraditionally good you look, for that matter. Sorry, this is a lot of me sifting through this furniture, but this is what this game is at the end of the day. Oh, my new favorite. My new favorite dating profile that I've come across is just the ones that are like, I don't use this app. Add me on Instagram. I'm not on Instagram, guys. I hardly ever take pictures. So there's no point in me having an Instagram. So these people will be like, add me on Instagram. I'll be like, okay, sure, you do that, you do you. Bye. Oh, 30 is more than me. I am somewhere in between 20 and 30. Anatomical model, but more fitting for the light side or the dark side. Because you would find it in a traditional doctor space, but it's showing the human organs. So, like, I feel like it could go either way. By the way, since you're new here, what we're doing is we're creating a two-sided hospital. The one that's, like, semi-normal. And, like, oh, it's a pretty friendly place. But then also grim, because some people, when they think about hospitals, are just, like, you know, they have very dark thoughts about the hospital. It's a scary place. And that started, last time I streamed, we got started on the waiting room. Which is where that theme came into play. So, like, here's the waiting area as an example of how things are going. And the more inviting waiting room. And the, oh my god, death is upon you, waiting room. That is an interesting frame of mind that I will keep in mind. I had not considered that point of view. It's just that I'm, like, in my day-to-day, I never know when it's a good moment to stop and do that. There are some points in my life where I had to really stop and consider that, oh, rescue man. A rating mode. You can only do skin tone and color. About that. I look back at this list. Or it's like block. I already have a science pod. We have an unknown machine in the waiting room. Got the. Oh, we can put in the EKG. Crash. Curtain. Oh, hospital screen. That's a. Oh, there's the cold sleep pod. That's gotta go on the dark side. Work thing. Jail bars. Maybe the EKG can go on the normal side. Like, maybe the IV can go on the normal side. I was just thinking of an IV as, like, a bit more serious. I don't know, like, this side's meant to be mad scientist lab. What's the hammer? Oh, lab chair. We need lab chair. Guys, we need lab chair. This is very, very crucial to the whole plan. We don't have a lab chair, then what are we? You know, Pack, I don't know. You got me. Yeah, we have plenty of cell phones, because this is a jail. That's a taste of my punnery for you. Okay, I think I'll do is I'll move this. Just like that. Take this. Put it here. These back. Hey. You know, I like puns so much that you can use your channel points to force me to say one at practically any time. As long as you got 150 points. There's also other things that you can do with the channel points, like force me to sing, which I'm terrible at. And, I mean, who knows what else. I totally don't remember all the rewards right now. They exist. All your loyalty shall be rewarded. Did I just say rewarded with a T? I'm bad at pronunciation. Doing some more repositioning. Oh, wait, no. Oh, Pack. I look forward to it. Oh, boy. That is a joke, though I'm not quite so sure that one of those words is still in practice. Oh yeah, Pack is also a fan of the pun and donut. You can do a donut stool. That's neat. But the green's gonna match better. Or the blue. I guess a lot more stuff is green in move tools over by the doctor's desk. Have this seat opposite the lab chair. Whew. Alright, well. I think we met all the requirements, although could probably afford to have more on the walls. Ear decoration. I mean, in a game about animals, having this on the wall is probably a pretty good indicator of what's going on. Going on with some. Right, you can also just hang your pattern on the wall. I'm gonna sign. Let's look around. The point of the game is just to design interiors and also exteriors. It's more of a creative tool than a game, because this is an extension of Animal Crossing. So if you ever wanted to, like, when you live in your Animal Crossing island, you can really only do stuff to your own house. So if you ever wanted to do, like, themed challenges for interior design in Animal Crossing, like stuff that you might not normally have on your house, then that's what this game serves to do. I think I'm gonna move the rugs back a bit, because I have the curtains up. If I were to turn the lights off, at those fluorescents. Maybe I can just work things. This neon extends all around. No color accenting with Ezra. I mean, the one thing, and we talked about this last time too, about having all the lights off like this, that, I don't like the break in the... The one thing about having the lights off, that I want to make the right side, the left side a bit brighter, but then the issue... game doesn't really want me to do that, because I got like 4 lights on the ceiling right now, and that's not doing much of anything. Try another lighting fixture. Hey, let's say I went with these stage lights for a second and wanted some white light. You can see the white light coming out of this, but is it really brighter in here? I mean, that works better than the neon or the fluorescent, but I want it to, like, emanate. If anything, the fluorescent is better off over here, where it's a bit dimmer. Like, see, even though you can tell that the cube lights are brighter, it doesn't do much to ward off the creepiness of the left side. Yes, Pack, indeed it is. You need some heavier lights. Maybe some Bud lights. I don't suppose the disco ball would help. A bit better. It has a sign on the floor. I still feel like this isn't quite doing anything. So I will just leave it as dim as it is. Of course, that also begs the question of custom lighting. Also, tint thing. Now, if I tint things red, it goes with the right side, but not so much with the left side. Nope. Actually, cannot do that, Pack. That'd be a nice option, though. light. Picking colors of light, dude. Colors of light. Hi, Pack. Is there anything else I can add in the way of... No, not that. And... other shinies... perhaps? Oh yeah, I like that on the science pod much. Adding FX is fun. Oh my god, you can actually sleep in it. I didn't know that. I did not know that. I'll let the record show that that is a thing that I did not know. Oh my god. I was just trying to make it cold. Called the cold sleep pod. Alright, chat, what do we think of the examination room at this stage? Anything feel missing? Maybe I should give that guy a heartbeat. Do-do-do-do-do-do. I like that drip. Uh-oh. And we're back. I think. I do believe it's fixed now. Alright, well, sorry about that. That happens sometimes. The internet's just like, nah. But it only lasts a second, and then it's back. Like, cool. Anyway, I do believe we have ourselves an exam room unless there's anything major that anyone can think that I might have missed. Guys got plenty of the normal equipment. And a bit of the sanitation thing. This friendly inviting bulletin board. And then we have all the circuitry over here. All these experimental machines, and it's like... all that. Alright, let's turn in our results then. I'm finished. Finally. Alright, staffing. God, it never ends. Which of these people is qualified to be a doctor? I don't know. Maybe Hans? Guy. Maybe Bob's our doctor. What's the other option? Doctor and receptionist. Who can take people at the front desk? Gloria could do it. Or Melba. I want to try to not employ people that I've employed in other places. Like, Eloise and Billy are working the restaurant. Deacon's working at the school. Roscoe and Marina are working in the kitchen. There's another, or is that Poppy and Tutu are working at the cafe. All of those are out, as far as I'm concerned. I just think it'd be weird if they had multiple jobs. Oh, I thought I was on Doctor. Unless people have better ideas, in which case let me know. I'm thinking Bob the Doctor and Gloria the receptionist. Oops, I meant outfit. I wanted to look at the outfit. You got outfit, right? Doctor's coat, nurse jacket. Ripped doctor's coat. That'd be good for the dark side of the lab, but I don't know which side he'll be on. The game's probably gonna act like it's all one big thing, you know? This one's got a purple tie. So, ripped or not. Now they're in a white nurse jacket, right? I think staff uniform makes a bit more sense. Question him to be pink or blue. Blue looks slightly better on her. Or we could just make her a mummy. I know why these clothing items are here in the hospital, but why are they offering them for the doctor and receptionist? Alright, last call for any input on the staff members before I submit what I have here. Oh. 1. Please. Done. Do we need to give it a name? I just haven't been naming these things. Done. Of course, they're showing the good side of the waiting area. Now we pan over. We see. Not the dark side, because we're going to the back. Dr. Bob is on the case. He is gonna fix your face. That wasn't exactly the best overview. Recruited a few patients? Why? Alright, let's get our inside photo. Time to play God. As the receptionist, you should be waiting there. Also, none of them went to the dark side. Angus has his eyes closed. There we go. Please use this one. Now let's go outside. Oh, we'll finally be done with this hospital suck. And now... Da-da-da-dum. With the creation of the hospital, our island is a bit safer today than it was yesterday. Well, maybe about 50% safer, because the other 50% of the hospital is complete nightmare. Oh. We should also hear some words from the one in charge. I'm so happy. my god, the way Bob looks in that film filter. Hold on, go back to that film filter. Look at Bob here. Just look at him. I. Woo! Alright, yes, very, very good. 25,000 Poke. I definitely want to call it a day. That hospital took way longer than it had any right to. I still owe you money, don't I? They're a square. And while I'm at it, can I order a thing? Or, not necessarily, but I want to look at your floor. Ooh, that one might fit what I'm going for, and I'm bring back on my island. But let me keep looking. Ooh. There's also this, that might. I'm gonna go with my gut. Order this. Alright, thank you, Wardell. Alright, capping things off. There's a few homes I did off stream prior to us working on the hospital, so I want to go show those off. There were only two, for Gloria and Melba. So when Lottie fell ill and Nico was put in charge, Gloria was our client. She wanted something on the simpler side. That's what I've attempted to offer here. As you can see, this book is open to a page on butterflies, and I chose the plot of land that was filled with butterflies, and of course they have to be attracted to the plant life here. Got a little peach tree going over there. Then we come to the inside. Again, simple but functional. You got a place to hang your clothes, a way to tell the time, some basic cooking supplies. Oh, well, we finished the hospital. And this is one of the homes I did off stream. I went with the peach wall in here because I thought it matched this floor, and she said got peaches growing outside as I put them there. But I decided to give her a two-story home, and with the second story, we have the bedroom. For which I go a bit more of a black and white approach. I thought the cherry blossom here added a bit of character. Like, yeah, I admit, it's pretty livable. You know, it's a bit on the smaller side in terms of room size, but... Oh, thank you, Jason, for the sub. And, oh, yep, the alert's working.
J4S0N83 just subscribed.
Did I mention she's got this scooter? And I put this little pavement here, so that it's like you can drive off whenever you need to go elsewhere. And there's one last home that I did off stream. By the way, with your subscription, I should mention the main reward that you have right now. Oh, well, that's actually an emote that you get from just being a follower. Because I have the 5 follower email slots, and that's left over from my Christmas decorations. I haven't had a good replacement yet. Subs get access to this more professionally done emote with me in the headphones. That one was done by my emote artist, Isao. It's the only emote that I've had him do, because, you know, I'm not very big, not a lot of reasons to have a lot of sub emotes right now. The follower emotes are all things that I did myself. And they're alright. But yeah, his is way better. In terms of, like, visual quality. I mean, look at the shading. He did a good job. That's why he's in the credits at the end of the stream. I have credits, by the way. The other home I did off stream was Melba's Fairy Tale World, so I went for this pink, purple, pastel aesthetic on the exterior. And rather than use any fencing, I made this stone pathway, and I occasionally put in these vine benches. So you can sit on it, but it's also like serving the role of a fence. I put her near a waterfall, got that giant vine growing like Jack and the Beanstalk, and a little fountain over there to have more play with the water. But what I'm very proud of this home, and yeah, I think the outside looks nice, but you gotta see the inside. I was inspired when it came to the inside. This is our Fairy Tale World. A lot of the options that she gave me were from the Mush Furniture series. So, of course, a Fairy Tale Forest. And I used the steam and burr effects to give it a sort of misty atmosphere. Couple butterflies flying around this mushroom here. And in a way, it's tranquil, but it's also a little unsettling, right? Because it's all foggy and stuff. So you might be a little worried wandering through this forest. So this room actually serves to tell a fairy tale. See, one day, little Melba got lost in the forest. And she got really scared. She couldn't find her way out. But then she heard a voice from the fairies. Follow the glowing mushroom. And when she followed that glowing mushroom, found the secret passage. And what lied beyond. Yeah, I'm proud of this one. I used the partition wall to get that little secret passageway. It's very obvious if you look at it from this angle, but from the entrance, Because I just thought, you know, a fairy tale world should have a story. And I also thought, you know, they give you the option to do a really long house. And up to this point, I had never used the 4x10 option on any of the houses. Like, why would you want it to be that long and not, like, use the extra width? Well, here's a reason why. And this is also instead of doing a 2-story house. Because I could have done a 2-story house, and I could have had, like, the first floor be the forest, and the second floor be, like, that dreamy fairy wonderland thing that I got going on in the back. But then you lose that transition. As soon as I thought about this, the fact that I could, like, squeeze between here, that's when the whole thing came together. So, yeah, I dwelled on this one for a little bit, but I am very, very happy with it. Yeah, I do wish that in the back I could have had the rest of the mushroom walls covered up, but I've had to work within the game's limitations on that one. Yeah, I'm kind of glad that I off-streamed that one, just so that I could, like, spring that surprise on you guys. Because, as a reminder, I haven't done every home on stream just because it would eat up a lot of the channel space. Speaking of things that are going to eat up a lot of the channel space, something else that's coming up is the Xenoblade Chronicles Expedition. Much as I like the quirky Nintendo games, I also have a bit of a mind for the core game. Like, you know, Xenoblade's not exactly an easy game for a casual person to get into. And viewer input is going to control that entire series so that we don't spend too much time on it. The first video where I announce the series is out now. It shows off the character creator, and the very first thing that you guys get to give input on is our character's appearance. Later in the series, you'll get to decide where we go, who we meet up with, because the game gives you a lot of options for locations and characters. So I'm looking forward to that. Also, I'm not going to be doing much on my main island here right now, because I've finally figured out how to get Brewster. I figured out what I was missing, and now that renovation is happening. I haven't done as much with the main island as I have with Happy Home Paradise at this point in time, but there's little things here and there. Alright, so we'll wrap up here with all the odds and ends at the end here. So, Xenoblade Chronicles X is on the way. It's gonna happen. We still have a bit more of Happy Home Paradise, so there will be a bit more of that until we reach the end of the campaign, whenever that happens. So, it's not going away, but it will be alongside Xenoblade. But before either of those things, on Thursday we got piano. Every month I do piano. I already explained that this month is the not Valentine's thing. So I've got an interesting set list worked up based on viewer suggestions for that one. So yeah, Thursday piano. After Thursday, Happy Home Paradise will continue, and at some point Xenoblade will start. That's what's currently happening here, but you never know what's going to happen after all that. So you got me here, Twitter, YouTube, Discord, all the places if you're interested in anything more. For now though, I'm going to let the credits play, and then I will see if there's anyone worth raiding tonight. So stick around after the credits if you want to help out with the raid if there is one. But thank you all for coming, supporting, Thanks for the new follow and the sub from Jason. Anyone who chatted, lurked, all that, you're all great. Here's your credits. Have a good night.